The British royal family gathered at the Cenotaph in London for a memorial service that embodied both solemn remembrance and subtle royal interactions. This significant event honored soldiers who sacrificed their lives in service to the United Kingdom, drawing in crowds of veterans, officials, and public spectators. Observing from the Foreign Office balcony were Princess Kate and Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh, who shared a moment that added a rare touch of humor to the somber occasion. Sophie's playful comment on Prince William's newly grown beard sparked a brief exchange with Kate. The Duchess's witty remark reportedly drew smiles, underscoring a moment of levity in an otherwise serious event. The conversation between Sophie and Kate, though lighthearted, became a point of intrigue, especially as reports diverged on what Kate's response actually was. Some versions suggested Kate described the beard as quite rousing, a comment that generated notable media attention for its unexpected nature. Other accounts reported that she said it was never quite rounded, adding a touch of ambiguity to the conversation. This fleeting moment, played out in full view of attentive onlookers and cameras, highlighted the human, relatable aspects of royal life, where humor and candid exchanges occasionally seep through the formalities. Supportive remarks exchanged between the two duchesses hinted at underlying bonds within the royal family, though some observers speculated that their conversation might have carried subtler connotations related to the absence of Queen Camilla. The Queen, who had recently suffered from a chest infection, was notably missing from the ceremony, further fueling conjecture about the nature of Kate and Sophie's exchange. Regardless, the presence of both women at the event, coupled with their visible camaraderie, served to project a united front for the family during a significant national observance. The memorial marked an important return for Princess Kate, who had not participated in back-to-back public engagements since December of the previous year. This was significant, as the Princess of Wales had faced health challenges that had limited her public appearances. Her participation not only signaled her ongoing dedication to her royal duties, but also offered reassurance to the public of her steady return to a visible role within the royal circle. Veterans took center stage at the service, their participation a poignant reminder of the personal sacrifices made by many for their country. The British Legion's march added a stirring element to the ceremony, reinforcing the importance of collective memory and respect for the armed forces. King Charles III, who presided over the laying of wreaths, played a particularly poignant role. His wreath was designed with thoughtful symbolism, reflecting the design once used by his grandfather, King George V. The wreath featured 41 poppies and was decorated with colors drawn from Charles's racing silks, melding personal sentiment with historical tradition. The king's expression during the service did not go unnoticed. There was a palpable sense of emotion as he laid the wreath, which resonated deeply given his military background and his position as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. His naval service years, marked by discipline and dedication, were reflected in the solemnity with which he approached this duty. The sight of King Charles, now commander-in-chief, performing this act underscored the personal connection he feels to the military and its traditions, a connection reinforced by his decades of service and advocacy for veterans. This year's memorial carried an added layer of emotional resonance, being the first major ceremonial engagement for the king and key royal members without Queen Elizabeth II, who had passed the previous year. The weight of responsibility, along with the ongoing transition within the monarchy, was evident as Charles stood before the cenotaph, both as monarch and a man shaped by decades of service and familial duty. The wreath-laying moment symbolized continuity and respect, bridging the past with the present. As the service continued, other senior royals, including Prince William and Prince Edward, took their places to honor the fallen. Their participation, alongside the king's, represented the strength and commitment of the royal family to uphold its ceremonial obligations. This moment, steeped in history, carried echoes of generations of royal service and the enduring link between the monarchy and the nation's armed forces. Observers noted that these public acts served to solidify the royals' roles as figures of stability and unity, particularly in times of national reflection and mourning. Princess Kate's presence, particularly given her recent return to official engagements after an extended break, was emblematic of her resilience. This marked a moment where she reaffirmed her role within the royal family, not just as the Princess of Wales, but as a key public figure who embodies the spirit of duty and service. This was the first time since December that Kate appeared in successive public roles, a detail that underscored her significance within the royal roster and her commitment to maintaining the monarchy's presence in public life. King Charles's visible emotions during the service also drew a strong response. His expressions of solemnity and deep reflection, coupled with his duties as the nation's leader and military figurehead, highlighted the nuanced role he now plays. As the public watched, the scene served as a poignant reminder of the monarchy's link to the country's military heritage and the personal, human emotions that accompany such national moments. The event not only emphasized tradition and tribute, but also showcased the evolving dynamics within the royal family. Princess Kate, Sophie, and King Charles, through their participation, represented a blend of continuity and renewal. For Charles, whose reign follows that of his mother, Queen Elizabeth II, the event was another step in forging his path as a monarch attuned to both tradition and modern challenges. The memorial concluded with quiet reverence, leaving an indelible mark on all who gathered at the Cenotaph to remember those who served.